appreciate the introduction, and I'm excited to tell you how we're making the oil and gas industry cleaner and safer. So the company's located in Sterling, Virginia, and we're currently in the early revenue stage. So the problem we're focused on is the inspection of crude oil holding tanks. So crude oil holding tanks are absolutely enormous. In fact, some of them are large enough you could actually fit 5 football fields inside of them. And because they're so large, these tanks are actually federally required to have the floor internally inspected for integrity every 10 years. And the problem is that crude oil has sludge and sediment accumulate, which has to be removed in order to do the inspection. So typically a couple feet worth of sludge accumulates on the floor. So imagine an area larger than 5 football fields with 2 feet worth of toxic sludge that has to be removed. And removing this material requires about 2,000 hours of dangerous confined space entry. It releases tons of VOCs into the atmosphere, and it costs around $4 million to complete a service like this. So we have a great solution that solves all of these customer issues. So we can actually inject a robot into the side of the tank and operate the robot directly in the sludge and sediment to deliver an inspection. So this eliminates all of the dangerous confined space entry. It eliminates all of the environmental concerns, as well as dramatically reduces the customer costs. So really, what makes our solution so special? So the trick here is operating in the thick sludge and the thick sludge, which is incredibly difficult. And we have developed a patented technology which makes propulsion in the sludge possible. So I'm really excited to tell you that we are the very first company to ever demonstrate this ability. So in terms of market, this is absolutely huge. It's an $18 billion existing market. There's about 45,000 tanks globally that are suitable for robotic inspection. And these tanks are typically inspected every 10 years. So about 4,500 are then inspected annually with a cost of about $4 million per inspection. In terms of competition, we do have competition. However, 100% of the competition requires the tank to be taken offline and send in manned crews in order to do inspection. This manual process requires dangerous confined space entry, has environmental concerns, and it's incredibly expensive. And our solution is the only one that eliminates confined space entry and reduces the carbon footprint. So we have amazing partners like BP and Chevron who have publicly announced partnerships with us, and these are the companies we actually work most closely with right now. Because of the value proposition for what we're doing is so high, we've actually successfully engaged nearly all of the oil and gas majors. We have 6 customers who've signed up for pilot programs, which we expect to happen in Q3 of this year. And we're currently taking revenue from customers to do validation testing as we work towards the pilot programs later this year. We have a phenomenal team that's really equipped to scale. So we have a combined team. The team has a combined over 57 years in the energy industry with $1.6 billion in acquisitions and over $1 billion worth of exits. So we intend to deliver this as a robot as a service to customers, where we deliver service directly to companies like Chevron and BP. It's going to cost us about $200,000 to deliver a service, and revenue per inspection is expected to be $2 million per service, giving us a $1.8 million gross profit per inspection. Our target is to do about 50 inspections annually by 2027, which represents a $100 million ARR. And really what's driving this rapid growth is the customer savings about $7 million per inspection. So to date, we've raised $1.7 million, and we have a new round of $1.7 million. We have $1.4 million committed, including our lead, which is Chrysalix Venture Capital. We currently have $300,000 open in this round, and this funding is meant to take us through our pilot programs and into our first commercialized purchase order in early 2024. And I want to say thanks for your time and look forward to discussing this further in the breakout room.